D2 After Dark, episode 29. This is my first attempt of the Warlord Ruin dungeon. I went through it solo. Simple as that. I started off with just practicing in there for the sake of practice, and it eventually turned into a full-blown run. I essentially got my ass kicked on final boss for a couple of days, but regardless, we persevered to fight forever. We showed up and told Dormammu we were here to bargain. We decided that we weren't just going to give up, and we loaded up that time stone and ran it again and again and again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. For a very long time these past couple of days, I was insane, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. But in my opinion, I think when you do something over and over again and you go through many life cycles and life cycles and life cycles, eventually something might just evolve. If it evolves for the better, then you better look out. Let's see what went down in the Warlord's ruin. Okay, the game plan here is simple. Eat a grenade, do a little dive, kill a bunch of people. You get restoration ×2, that's the buff on the left hand side. Once you do that, you basically just kill stuff to make sure that that number doesn't hit 0. The problem is, mentally you have to keep a timer, and with all the other things going on at the same time, that's really hard. Special side note, if you ever see me doing this emote, it means I'm probably looking up the strategy on YouTube. So once you finally get past the first boss, the second boss is very similar. Eat a grenade, do a dive, kill a bunch of ads, get restoration ×2, and then kill things periodically in order to maintain your buff. So to start off, you eat the grenade, do the dive with your class move, get a kill, and restoration ×2 is maxed out at 12. Now, here's the thing. I get booped. So I try to grab the ledge, and I can't. So I land on a random object, but the timer's ticking on the left, and I lose restoration. That's the problem here. So much stuff going down that 12 seconds can fly by without a kill really quickly. There's just a lot going down at all times. As you can see, I eventually clear that boss, and I make my way on to the next platforming section. And as every one of us can agree, platforming is definitely one of the most polarizing things in the community. I'm a big fan. I love the platforming, but I know not everybody else does. It just really depends on if you have a character you like. Special side note, snapping your fingers and throwing out a bunch of solar grenades will absolutely just never get old, like ever. Platforming in this one was fun, at least in my opinion. I enjoyed it because I thought it was unique and it seemed very, very high paced. So, all in all, I give it the whole process a big thumbs up in terms of overall dungeon design, in my opinion. At this point, we can just enjoy the view before we think about final boss. A couple of quick notes before final boss. I had been doing this unsuccessfully and with a lot of failed attempts for a while, a couple of days. I lost my last 3 hours of footage, but luckily managed to capture the last 20-30 minutes of it where I actually got the win. So what you're seeing right now is my first attempt, my first clear, my first time learning mechanics and getting used to this entire ring. Oh, come on, grab the ledge. Come on. Trash. Fun fact, boss encounter gives you 2 more timers to keep track of on the left of the screen. That's bullshit, I hit him last. He was it, bro. I tagged him, he was it. I don't buy it. There's 3 main sections of this boss encounter, like 3 platforms you could call it, and each of them takes about a minute or 2 to clear out in real life time. But in the middle of this type of battle encounter, where you're basically focusing on every 10 seconds or whatever, that minute and a half really seems like 10-15 minutes. I was going on 10-minute runs and going into it and clearing, but it felt like I'd been fighting for 30 minutes. It was very, very exhausting because I was not only learning the mechanics for the first time, but I was experiencing it solo, and the only input I was getting is whenever I paused and checked YouTube videos or one specific video and tried to analyze every single step of that particular person's playthrough. It was interesting to approach the dungeon this way. Normally, I'll go into the dungeon with a friend or two, they'll show me the way, we'll have a good time, we'll have a laugh. But this was very much training in the hyperbolic time chamber. It really forced me to get good, honestly, because I've been off for so long. It forced me to maximize my subconscious parallel processing. It forced me to maximize my, potential loadout, even though I know it wasn't ideal because my Apex Predator rocket launcher is not the best one possible. Regardless, going into the dungeon for the first time, making my return to Destiny, and going on this adventure was definitely worth it. The rest of the footage is the final, I want to say, 20 minutes of the fight. As you can see, I've gotten him down to very, very low health. I have gotten the boss to this low of health before once, but I 100% choked. I didn't keep track of the timer on the left, so when the boss shot me, instead of my health regenning because of restoration times 2, like you're seeing on the screen right now, I died. You play tag with the guy, punch the guy, pass the timer on to him. The guy comes towards you, so you jump, and that way he doesn't touch you. You throw out some healing things, some solar grenades to kill the ads too. There's just a lot going on here. And I know I'm about to die, so I just pop my well. I say, F it. I'm gonna pop my well. I don't care how much damage I do. Let me just get some shots in and back off. This entire section was very much me just boxing the boss. Getting a couple hits, take a couple steps back. Just box with him. Couple hits, take a step back. Like right here, I mean, I'm just trying to survive, so I hit the eat the grenade dive combo, get some quick kills. I know the witches are coming. I don't even want to deal with the witches. I let them eat a stinger missile. Bam. Simple as that. One thing you're going to notice is I had to turn the music off. It was way too hype. Around this time, the music turns up. It gets the adrenaline flowing. Like, you get sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. The whole Eminem thing. Like, I don't have mom spaghetti, but I didn't want to go there. I turned the music off. I also noticed that I had been doing the same thing for so long. I needed to evolve. I needed to change something. So I just pulled out my phone and started playing Spotify on it. I turned my mic off and let it ride. And as mentioned previously, this is after a couple of days. This isn't in the same instance. This isn't going to get me the solo accomplishment, achievement for the seal, triumph, or whatever. That's not what this is about. This is a personal mission. I wanted to solo the dungeon by myself for the first time. So I went in there and I lived that life, as you see me cower behind this rock, trying to think and game plan and visualize. Specifically, I'll tell you, this was a very good exercise. Whenever I felt as though I was a little bit overwhelmed mentally, I found a safe space, because it's a dungeon, it's not a raid. You can find a safe space. And then I just breathed and tried to visualize the things I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit that combo of finger snap, eat grenade, do the jump dive, kill a couple ads, get restoration times 2, and then proceed to whatever other objectives there are, whether it's monitor the buff on the left-hand side of the dude you got to play tag with, whether it's monitor the imminent wish buff that comes up, whether it's the 2 yellow health bar guys that you got to super nuke with grenades or whatever, there's just a lot going on, a lot of micromanaging, parallel processing, trying to get kills in the air, because if you do, your melee will fill up faster. A bunch of little things going on at the same time, forcing your brain to overanalyze, hyperanalyze, overload, time slows down, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to let the natural gameplay take over from here and end the post-gameplay commentary, but I would like anyone that's still watching up to this point to pay special attention to the 3 timers on the left. Hex of Vengeful Corruption, Imminent Wish, Restoration times 2. Those are the 3 that you got to manage. So as you're watching me play this in the very, very, very final moments of this particular encounter, I want you to try to keep a mental track of that and see how close, like right there, I get to losing because of the timers. This whole process is nerve-wracking this deep into the actual run itself. You start off with a grenade, rocket, 2 fusions, then a rocket. See, I can't even say it correctly. Eventually this dude will teleport behind you and you have the final top boss damage plate areas. The thing about this is my well's gonna run out soon, so you gotta get covered. Get behind this little rock right here. You gotta shoot the eyes, unless they're gonna shoot you. Sometimes I don't even care, I just jump away. I didn't have any rockets, so what I'm gonna do now is probably the most important thing. I pause the game, get in a safe place, pause the game, and then I switch my loadout. Right now, specifically, I'm collecting my mental thoughts and emotions, but I know I'm gonna be looking for ammo on the ground, so you gotta change to a loadout that's more ammo economy friendly. Boom, you see it right there. I'm ready. Quick change. Like less than a second, I want to say. So I scan the ground for purple bricks immediately. I go on my little rotation. Now, here's the next thing. I'm taking my time here. So I'm going to go. I see I locate a purple brick. But I'm basically taking my time here. Once I get my purple brick, I'm going to find some safety and I'm just going to take a mental note, a mental break, relax for a second, take a deep breath or two, look at the damage, lower my heart rate. Very, very underrated aspect of things. Lower your heart rate. Calm down. Your fingers will be much more responsive and behave better. Final approach, a couple of rockets, and really it's about getting in a couple of shots and getting out. Still scanning around for ammo, found another purple brick, half a brick, whole brick, purple brick A, so I can't get mad at that at all. Switch back to the loadout with the better damage resistance. This is important because I don't want to take too many shots, I'll die. Now, this is just peekaboo. Shoot, look for eyes. It seems really simple, but those eyes multiply real quick, and your damage is gone before you know it. I did not proc restoration here because, in my opinion, this entire section is just whatever. I am worried about being teleported and brought back to the first platform without any melee, any solar grenade, any class ability dive. That is my fear. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just boxing and not being too concerned with damage. I don't want to die here, so I want to make sure that I'm able to survive the next place. The next place where I'm going to do basically the amount of health he has left worth of damage in. So I abandon house and I just run out really quickly. You'll notice me get teleported. I'm going to stop the commentary here and let the gameplay take us home. But allow me to say a couple of things. Monitor the timers on the left. Restoration ×2. Imminent Wish. And the red one whose name I can't remember because it's not on the screen. Just watch the timers here. Alright, here we go. Just a sliver of health left. I just need to do a little bit of damage and I can take the boss to final stand. Once in final stand, I know of a little cheesy technique that should guarantee us the victory. I make my approach on the right hand side of this platform like I do every time. Finger snap, eat the grenade, dive, quick kills. Bang, bang. Simple as that. Now I focus on the witches. As you'll notice here, I don't get many yellow numbers on the first one. Nerves are high. Yellow numbers. Second one goes down quick. I know I just need a little bit more melee energy, so I hop and get a shot off, trying to get a hop shot kill. Boom, do so, get melee energy. I need one or two more. Boom, melee energy. Maybe one more. I'm looking for it. Boom. The aim is bad, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, the nerves are high, the heart is beating, the aim is bad. I shoot the final eyes to start the process. Now here, you see the guys will spawn in, I'll throw the grenades just to do damage immediately, while the restoration buff is ticking. I murder this dude quickly, instantly. I'll go to the other guy, make sure he's dead too. I stand next to this little totem thing, it's gotta be claimed. If you look on the left, it'll say something, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't say anything, doesn't matter. We move forward, imminent wish is almost done, 10 seconds left. We're playing tag with this guy, he dies at about 7 seconds. Doesn't matter, I just gotta get the well down. A sliver, a hit, just a little bit, and we got guaranteed victory. As I shoot the rocket, I'm just happy a thrall didn't jump in my face, because that almost happened. I almost blew myself up inside of my well. Final stand. Guaranteed success. I turn around. As I turn around, I make my way to the final lap. The final time I'll ever have to bust this lap in this run. I see a purple brick on the ground. Don't even care. Because the most important thing right here is we have to put on Wish Ender. 2 reasons. 1, because of lore, and why not? And number 2, because it's excellent range and excellent overall damage. I think it's the easiest, cheesiest weapon to bring into a cheese finale of this solo scuffed run split over multiple days. So, at this point, it's all about jumping onto the platform. As soon as I land, we get Naeem's Wish Empowerment, whatever that means. Bust a couple rockets, bust a couple arrows, and take us home from here. Finally, after 3 whole days. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. I don't even want to move. I don't even want to move, bro. I just stay right here. Listen, I want to be clear about this, man. I have told myself that I don't want to step foot in the tower. I had told myself that I did not want any of the items that went to my postmaster and might be lost or anything like that. I told myself, okay? I told myself that I was gonna get this solo dungeon as my first dungeon ever clear, or I wasn't going to play Destiny anymore. Simple as that. A long time ago, on step number 11, I had to get the Conquerors Gilded, and I had to do the solo dungeon. I do not have any time or patience for Conquerors Gilded, but I knew if I got the solo dungeon, for that season or whatever, that I would be confident happy in my own mind. Because that's all that matters. It don't matter what other people think. It matters what you think. So I was like a season late. The meta had shifted, and the way to beat that dungeon just didn't jive with me. I did not do it well. I should have started on my Warlock. I started on my Hunter. And you notice in this one, I tested it out on my Hunter, and now I went to my Warlock for the actual completion. So the reason I'm saying all this is the solo dungeon, the most recent dungeon, solo dungeon, whatever you want to call it, right? If I hadn't completed it, I wouldn't consider myself tier 1. Now, here's the problem. It should not have taken anybody 3-4 days, however many streams, however many hours it took like it took me. The thing is, this was my first clear. I've been out of Destiny for a long, long time, and I'm older and clearly not as good. Conditioning, totally not there. I would get zoned out. If you really think about it, you see some of the runs online, the solo flawlesses and whatnot. If you really think about it, I think it's kind of like 45 minutes solo flawless runs. So this encounter can't be more like 15 minutes. This first plate, probably 2 minutes or something like that, minute and a half. Second plate, same thing. Third plate, maybe 5 minutes. But that 10-minute rotation, not including boss plates and going to get ammo, that 10-15 minute rotation felt like an hour. Every one of those felt like an hour. So when I came through in the last video, or the video before last, and said Dormammu, I'd come to bargain, like, I meant it. I'm not coming. Either I put the sticks away, or I come out on top after the fade. Simple as that. Look, it was a hype, energetic thing. I'm yelling on the comms. I shouldn't do that. I don't even know if there's anybody watching. I guess this will officially have to be part 2. What? How long was this? 18 minutes? Look, good. I'll add 20 minutes onto the timer of my last video for overall count for how long this dungeon clear took. Oh my goodness. Best dressed, of course. Not like I got competition. And I think it's very, very poetic, extremely poetic, that the final kill was Wishender. So one time for the one time, you know what I'm saying? Let's take this to orbit, and let's finally take our big happy-go-lucky butts into the tower for this Christmas celebration. I don't care about none of that stuff Bungie trying to sell me. I know my postmaster's full. Now it's time for us to reap the rewards of everything that happened. That was crazy. That was insane. And I swear, I've never been more happier to be out here on Destiny 2. Simple as that. Note, I will say one thing, and it's very important actually that I say it. I did not get my solo clear in one run, so it's not a true solo clear, and it doesn't really count in my book. Simple as that. It's not a true by yourself, completely solo thing. See, complete all encounters without leaving the... I had to leave the activity. I have a life to live, all right? Otherwise, I promise you, I would have gotten no sleep and figured out a way to stay in there. But hey, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, right, I got it. And now I know I can do it if I ever have a Saturday to commit or something like that where I don't mind taking X amount of time. I may not be as fast as everybody else, but it don't matter how fast you are. So, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. We out here with snow shenanigans, and I'm just gonna be talking shit. Oh my god, Victory Bowl Ramen, Jesus. Never going into that dungeon again, except for maybe to actually get the true solo so I can do it all in one completion. But that's for later. Anyway, what shall we look at? First of all, one thing we should note is all of these, right? Second of all, one thing that we should note is... You just mirror my jump? The Sharingan on me.
Hi there.
Is this a whole bunch of stuff? Man, fantastic. I'll take these. Not enough space, not enough space. Oh man. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Hello, Guardian. Welcome.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this a specific type of way. First of all, Warlock is the GOAT right now. In my opinion, this build was so stupid. That entire thing was so riddled with ads. It was just asphyxiating, very, very suffocating, right? But outside of the fact that it was ad riddled, I don't think it was overly difficult in any way. Like, if I had one extra person, it would be a wrap. If I had two other people, it'd be beyond a wrap. It's simple as that. The key is, though, conditioning. It's really easy to get fatigued in those long grinds. Personally, for me, that's why 24-hour contest modes are always something I'm weak at, because I don't have the endurance. Now, I work 40 hours a week. I work out minimum like 40 minutes an hour every single day. I got family stuff to take care of too, responsibilities and all that to balance. You know, I would be considered probably like an everyday gamer for sure, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 30 plus years old, so I got to make sure I get my sleep. It's different. I'm not a young whippersnapper hopped up on G Fuel out here cracked out. Nah, I can't be doing that stuff no more. Exotic one first. Let's go for the baby. Ophidian aspects. I heard they got nerfed. Don't matter because they gonna get merged into something, or you know, put into storage. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. These engrams is prime, so I hope the RNG loot roll is divine. Let's get it. Let's see. Envious Assassin, Contact Burst. The problem is, I don't know the good perks anymore. Landing every shot in a burst grants this weapon increased damage and reduced charge time for a short duration. Oh, that's fantastic, right? Landing every shot in a burst grants the weapon more damage, point number one. Reduced charge time, that's the DPS formula. And with Envious Assassin, all it means is I gotta get kills. Only way this could be better is if this was auto-loading so we could do that rotation that you saw in the boss fight that I just did. Interesting. All right, that's a keeper for sure. All right, this one. Rewind rounds, Onslaught. Now listen here. Onslaught used to be dope. It used to be Dope Boy Fresh on that other gun, Breakneck, I think it was called. But the problem is there is no damage perk associated with this. Rewind rounds, however, are cool, but they're not as cool as they can be. I haven't seen the rework of stuff, so we got to check it out. Actually, I'm gonna make it a point after this. I'm gonna watch all of the videos on the metas and the nerfs and the changes because I can't be out here talking reckless like I am right now. This is a keeper 2 for the time being until we find out more about what the current meta and whatnot is. Now, as far as these things, this is going to get eaten up. After all this time since the Witch Queen, I didn't even care to get all my characters to max level. That shows you how detracted and detached I was to Destiny, because I am one of those players that tries to get all the characters to max as fast as possible. The fact that I have characters this late in the whole thing that aren't max cap armor says a lot about where my mind has been at in terms of gaming. If you look at my channel by any chance, you'll see a lot of stuff on there. Shout out to Grand Theft Auto. We're about to dive into that too. I might take a break, maybe for like a day or two to get some Grand Theft Auto in. But regardless, I'm blabbering because the adrenaline is still flowing. I'm still super hyped, and I'm so happy that shit is over with.
Yes.
I wonder if these are all going to decode or if they'll go and I'll have to go to the postmaster. I forget how it goes. Hopefully they're all decoded and this will be a beautiful sound.
Received.
Yeah, that's right. I play so much my memory don't even work.
Done.
Look at that. Alright. Let's see what we got. I only got a couple more weapons. Okay, let's see.
Whenever you need me again, Guardian.
Alrighty, so the stream is called The Quiet Grind for a reason. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna take a break, probably end this stream, so that way we can just put a wrap on the solo dungeon adventure. Now, to be absolutely clear, at the exit of this video and the last couple of live streams, just to recap, I don't consider that a true solo dungeon because I had to leave the encounter and it took me 5,000 hours to do it. So that doesn't really count. That's a personal moral victory, as you can see. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting the outcome to change. Well, I guess that makes me insane because I tried something the same way over and over again, and the outcome did change. There was an evolution there. There was a adjustment. And I'm going to be honest, I turned the music off in the game and played Spotify at my house, so that way I could just relax and chill out. That was the evolution. Now, obviously, I couldn't share the music on stream because of copyright and stuff. Doesn't matter, not important. What is important is we got the job done. And now we can hang out with our friends. I'm about to hit up the admins in the group text just to see what's going on. I think I've spent enough time away from my brethren of the Hidden Leaf. We're Hidden Leaf Shinobi and I am Kage. So I gotta show up and show out. Simple as that. Until then, remember these words and hold on to them forever. Because they're the ones that got me through. Fight forever, Guardian.
The dawn will